Squad wipe ribbon, yes. Hey guys, welcome back to DG.net. This is Nethervoid, also known as John, to another Battlefield for you today, and I wanted to start off again in the UI section of the PC version of Battlefield 3. I'm in the battle log section on my soldier, and I wanted to talk to you. I know last time I mentioned how difficult it was. Well, not difficult, how not obvious it was how to make a party and how to join servers as a party and stuff like that, and to join with your friends. So basically how you do that is the comm center right here is where all your friends are listed, and you can see I have lots of friends, only one online, Vegas Ron. And the way you create a party and stuff, create a party is kind of obvious here, and then now what you can do is drop people into the drop zone here, and it'll invite those people to a party, and it'll show up, I think, down here. I'm not positive, or possibly over here, I can't remember. But let's just act like I want to do drop Vegas Ron in. I grab and drop him. Now he's invited. He'll show up here, and his little icon will show up here. And then when I join stuff or whatever I do, it shows up in the party chat here, and it'll say like, Nethervoid joined a server or something, and it'll show a little yellow join server icon for him, or a button, and he can click that button and join the server with me, and it will try to put him on the same platoon as me. Try to put him in my platoon, which is awesome. It helps you group up with your friends and stuff and kind of play as a team, and also it'll try to keep you in the same platoon from game to game. So that's pretty awesome, but it's not all that intuitive. Also, I'm in the little in-voice party chat thing, but I don't like to be in it. I actually like Skype and Vent server, or Vent better, Ventrilo. But anyway, there is a little VoIP thing in the party chat, which is kind of cool. But also, so when you want to leave, and again, this is all on PC, I don't know how it works on PS3 or Xbox, you just click this X button and say leave party, and it takes you out of the party. So that's pretty much how you join in a party and how you join a server with your buddies. And I just want to, every one of these little newbie videos I do, I want to show you a little bit about the UI that was not that intuitive, and so it'll help you out if you're trying to learn the game like I am, and it'll help you figure stuff out. So let's get to the action now.
It's terrible.
So here's a great game I had with a positive kill death. These are, for me as a noob, really hard to come by. Even though, I mean, I know I'm new, but these have been really hard to come by for me. I'm playing this game with Sergeant George, a subscriber from DG.net, and this is on the Grand Bazaar map, Rush. And I wanted really to explain all that, what Rush is and all that, but I don't really have time because I'm going to try to go over the 4 classes in this video, and it takes quite a while. So the 4 classes are Assault, Engineer, Support, and Recon.
Damn, I saw that guy.
And if you play this game, you already know that. But I'm going to talk about what I think their roles in this game are. And unlike Call of Duty, there are 4 different classes in this game with 4 different progressions as far as guns and unlocks and stuff, and really they have 4 completely different roles, and I really like that. It makes the replayability of this game way higher, and every game is different if you play a different class. So anyway, let's get right into it. To me, well, it depends on the map, but on these close quarter maps, I think the Assault class is probably the most important, and the reason I think that is because, and actually on lots of different maps, not just the close quarters, but mainly on the close quarters, is the Assault class, and that's because the Assault class gets 2 unique gadgets that other classes don't get, the main one being the defibrillator. The defibrillator brings your allies back to life when they get killed, and that allows you to hold your position and keep pressure on the enemy and not fall back.
Oh my god, massacre.
I mean, to me, especially, again, you'll see it a lot in this map, that's pretty much why we win, is the defibrillator. Because, as you can see, we're holding the AM comm right here from the enemy and not letting them advance on it, and it's in this position as well, because me and a couple of other, maybe one other medic, I'm not really positive, are reviving guys and keeping them in the action. If you don't get revived, you have to spawn at another flag or back at your deployment, and you lose ground, and that's how the enemy can creep up and destroy MCOMs and things like that. So, to me, they are the deciding factor in these kind of games, and we have really good medics in this game, and you'll see that, me being one of the good medics. I have lots of revives already. in this game. I've got I think over 100 revives with 200 or something kills, and so that means I'm doing a lot of revives and keeping allies alive. So you can see me doing it here. So the other gadget I have, you can see I just did it. I just threw down a med pack. I talked about that last game. The med pack heals all your buddies,
Damn,
and again, that helps
shooting.
them stay in the
I'm
fight
the worst,
and
man.
keep basically not be pushed back from their positions. The main way it does that is because if you get in a fight,
you gotta
you're going to be low on health, and that med kit will bring you back up to full
Aim it so
health
loud
a
I can't
lot
hear what you're
faster than
saying.
if you didn't have it, and that'll make you able to have another firefight and not die, really quickly. So that med pack really helps hold a position. Obviously, if you're an assault guy, you also get. I don't know why it takes me a while to figure out this map. But anyway, it gives you XP and stuff, and helps you out a lot actually getting those heals. So that's pretty much the assault class. It's my favorite class because I like to. To me, it's because I know revives are so important, and I like to make sure I can revive not only teammates but squad mates. Another thing that's reviving squad mates helps me take down the enemy, especially as a newer guy, because obviously 2v1 is a lot better than 1v1 as far as staying alive and getting kills and winning a game. I get kind of lucky here getting out of that. Another thing you probably should be doing is killing guys before you revive them, and I think I show you that right here. Because it doesn't do a lot of good to revive somebody if they're just going to die.
And shoot at guys, they don't die.
Still shooting at them.
It's weird.
I think they cannot be revived a second time right away. You have to be alive a certain amount of time before you can be revived again. So it kind of wastes the revive. And then they basically cannot be revived after that, even if you kill all the enemies. So you have to be careful with when you revive people. Don't just run out and revive. You won't bring them up, and you'll probably die in the process too. So anyway, that's the assault class, and I think it's the most important class, especially on these maps. The next class I think is most important is engineer, and that's more important on the maps with more vehicles, and that's because the engineer is basically a vehicle class. What they do is have lots of equipment to take down vehicles, like explosive type equipment, C4, mines, RPGs, Stinger missiles, all that kind of stuff to help take out vehicles is really their thing. This is a great spot on this map too, by the way. They're trying to cross right here, and I'm getting a great crossfire on them. So the engineer doesn't really spawn with gadgets, as far as I'm aware. They might get some gadget unlocks. Oh, they do have one gadget, and that is the blowtorch or something like that. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's the blowtorch. Basically, what that does is allow you to repair vehicles. So you can, you'll be in a tank or whatever, maybe waste a couple guys, and your tank's kind of getting jacked up, or somebody hits you with an RPG and you need to relocate. You can jump out and repair the vehicle at that point with the blowtorch. So again, you can see some engineer classes in this game. Engineer using RPGs. You can kill infantry with it, but it's not as strong as against vehicles. That's really what it's all about.
No, that's why there's...
So close quarter maps, engineers, not as big of a, not as valuable, I don't think, as medics, but still pretty valuable. On vehicle heavy maps, maybe the most valuable class, I think, because you need to be able to take out enemy vehicles because they're so powerful. Jets, tanks, all that stuff will take your team out really quickly. On to the third class, which is... Oh, man, I get juiced right there. See, again, not killing the enemy before I go for a revive. That's something I'm doing almost immediately.
Oh my...
The third class is the support class.
And this whole team.
And that class is kind of a heavy machine gun class. So
Medic's
they're,
how you win.
to me, not very effective against vehicles or on vehicle heavy maps. They are definitely anti-infantry. And your main job, I think, as a support guy is to take down, is to suppress enemies. And that's especially since after the patch where suppression has been buffed so much. Suppression basically is that you can see when I get shot at or shot near, my screen kind of goes blurry, and what you don't see is the accuracy of my gun. Basically, the bloom on my gun gets ridiculous, and it gets really hard to hit people with your machine guns and stuff like that. So what the support class will do is, like in this situation, stand in that doorway and just fire a bazillion rounds down through that doorway, suppress all the enemy. and then if there's any room anyway, it will let friendlies get in there and shoot enemy without being being able to get in there and shoot enemy without being shot at. Really, the enemy will shoot at you, but they won't hit you because their accuracy is so poor at that point. Some good MCOM defense right here. Gotta get jacked up because I'm standing right in the doorway like an idiot. So the gadget they get is the ammo gadget, and so you can see one right there. It was right next to the med kit I just threw down, and that helps your team resupply. It's pretty cool.
Damn, dude,
for
I
when
gotta get out of here.
for people with just regular arms, regular machine guns and stuff. But it really helps engineers with RPGs because you only start with like 3 RPGs, so obviously you're gonna use them up rather quickly, and you need to resupply those. Those ammo crates will keep you supplied, not indefinitely. I think they do have a lifespan, but for a long time. I mean, you can reload out of that thing for I can't even tell you how long. It's a long time though. So
Damn, how is there a guy? I just shot
getting
all
jacked up
dudes
again
here,
right there.
and there's another guy here somehow.
It took a lot to learn on this map. So anyway,
I'm getting that grenade launcher.
that's
out.
the support class. Pretty cool class. The heavy machine guns are kind of fun. I don't like them as much because they're not as accurate and they slow you down a lot. But it's still fun. It's a different kind of class. I like their weapons. They're very beastly. They hit pretty hard. But I just like the medic a little better on these kind of maps, or engineer. So the final class, which is Recon, is a lot different than the other classes because it's the sniper class, and it doesn't have as many team-focused skills, and it doesn't have as many team-focused. The purpose of it is not as team-focused. Obviously, snipers are going to be sniping down a long pathway like this one. Obviously, they're
Damn it.
anti-infantry because you can't snipe in a vehicle doesn't do anything. But their gadget, which is very team-focused, doesn't really help the team out a lot. It's a spawn beacon which you can drop, and it gives you another spawn area your team can spawn at. I think it's only your squad though. Which can be really helpful if you put it into a spot where you can really hurt the enemy and keep spawning back into that area and really gaining ground. The problem with it being on the Recon class is the places you would want to respawn as a
Grenades
Recon
are
as a
just flying
sniper
now.
are not probably the places you would want to spawn as any other class. Like, you might put your spawn beacon up in some, the 4th floor, some building or something at a great sniper point, or maybe on a tower, or on the top of a crane, or whatever you want to do. Some
Gotta
place
use
it's really
these
hard to
little
get to.
stalls to get up there.
But as an assault, or an engineer, or a support class, if you spawn there, you're going to be like, okay, now what do I do? I'm on top of a crane. My gun is not that accurate at these distances, so I'm screwed. And that's one thing that, probably the only thing I think, the only class that has something that's not all that team-focused of a gadget is the spawn beacon. It's still cool, and I don't really like the sniper class because I'm not much of a sniper person. It's like playing Arty. To me, Arty is not as fun because
The hell, the smoke is pissing
I'm
me
not
off.
shooting at a guy that can shoot at me back. When you're a sniper, you're sniping across the map generally at people who can't shoot you. You can shoot snipers sometimes, but in general, they're going to shoot you before you shoot them. Also, they're a one-shot kill a lot of times if they get a headshot on you. To me, that's not fun. That doesn't require... I mean, it does require skill to be a sniper. You have to lead the target in this game. You have to think about bullet drop. You have to think about wind and all that stuff. So anyway, that's pretty much the sniper. That's all the classes, and I'm going to cut it right there. But we did win 14-8 game. Pretty good game. Really what you want to look at is score, though, and we'll talk about that probably next game. Play the objective. So lots of great weapons, especially that squad wipe ribbon. That's where you kill everybody in one of the squads. Also got the ace squad ribbon, which is kind of cool. But anyway, great game, and hopefully I'll be able to bring you another great game next week. And let me know what you think. Let me know if you're playing this game. I know a couple of you guys were saying you were going to buy it. Let me know what you think, and hopefully we can group up and friend me and like and favorite this video if you like it. Also, what's your favorite class and why do you like it? Put that in the comments, and I'll see you guys next week.